I've been using the UGREEN NAS Sync DXP 4800 Plus for over 6 months now. This is a NAS storage solution from UGREEN that really is your one-stop shop for ultimate storage and convenience, because now you can have control over all of your data and everything you're storing, but you get the conveniences of basically having your own personal cloud. And in the time I've been using this, well, it has really come in handy in a bunch of different ways. And so when UGREEN reached out and asked to sponsor this video and have me update you on what they have to offer, well, it was an easy yes. Now, NAS storage solutions have been out for years and years at this point. It stands for Network Attached Storage. And basically what that means is you have a bunch of storage. So think terabytes and terabytes of available storage that is connected to your network, which means you can access it from anywhere in your home or office and also anywhere in the world, as long as you are able to connect to the internet. And so the best way to think of this is like your private cloud. Sure, you can have this storage from other companies, third parties that you don't have any control of, but with this, you get a lot of the same features. It's just all yours. And for someone like me, this type of device comes in handy for a ton. I mean, being that this is my job, I make content for a living, there is gigabytes and terabytes of footage that I need stored. There's a lot of situations where I need to keep that footage. For example, when I have the Cybertruck and I film it, I want to make sure I keep that so I can use it in the future. Or really any of the other cars like the Model 3 Performance that I just did, which video on that coming soon. That type of footage, that's terabytes of footage, but I need to keep it and have access to it. So being able to throw it on a network attached storage like this one from UGREEN makes that process just so seamless and simple. Plus, when I'm working on different projects, once I'm finished with them, I can offload them from my local hard disks. That way they're not taking up space, so I can still have access to them on the NAS, but I can get the performance benefits of having local storage. It's a win-win situation, and it's a product that honestly I don't know how I would go without. And really, this solves a big issue that I've had in the past, which is managing multiple different storage locations. Like, yeah, I can have a bunch of different hard drives, I can have long-term storage, I can have my working storage, but that's just a lot to deal with. With something like this, I can just have it all in one place and access it from anywhere. Now, beyond that, what's great is that UGREEN is offering a lot of features here that make it feel like it's your smart cloud. And well, that's because it is. And that unlocks a bunch of different methods and features and ways that you can use this. And one of the biggest is that you can access it from pretty much any device you have. So there's apps for your phone, either on iOS or Android. You can access it on Windows, Mac. You can even access data on your TV. So this means it doesn't matter where you are, what you're using, you're gonna be able to pull up your data and actually use it. So for example, on your TV, if you wanted to set this up as your home theater database, well, you'd be able to store movies and files on the NAS and watch it directly on your TV. Or for me, for example, if I'm out shooting and I needed to get this off to someone to help edit, I can upload directly from wherever I am to the NAS, and then someone else can access the NAS on their own and pull those files. This makes collaborative work super easy because it's one centralized area where everything is stored and you can access it from anywhere. And what's nice is that to do this, you just need the one app from UGREEN and you can do everything else. There's a lot of different systems out there that you'd have to download different files and apps to do everything that you want to do. This is just one place. Now, where this really starts to feel super smart is with the integrated AI. And this comes into play in a few different ways. And really, I think the biggest one is with photo storage. One of the best things about some of these third-party photo apps is that they give you a lot of smart data behind them. So you're actually able to search what's in your photos. It can detect, is it a pet? Is it a car? Is it a person? It can detect all of those things, which makes organizing and searching just that much easier. And so if you're storing your photos locally or on your own system, a lot of times you just don't get those features, so you have to manually sort them. But UGREEN has built that in. So this has semantic search, it has OCR recognition, and that means you can search through your photos with text. So I can say, this is a car, this is an animal, this is a person. Plus, if I have photos of text, it can recognize what that text is, and that is searchable as well. And because of this, you get a lot of other features too. So the NAS Sync can organize your photos automatically into albums. Plus, this is able to be trained. So if you have specific items that you want it to know, you can train it to know them. So instead of it just being generic, like a person or an animal, you can actually train it specifically on what you want it to know. So if I have a bunch of pictures that are similar, I can tell it what is in the photos, for example, in this case, a phone, and now it will know in the future that this is a phone, and it just makes it that much easier to search. And again, this is all on my own hardware. And what's great is that all of this runs locally on the hardware itself. It doesn't require an internet connection to work, and it doesn't send that information out anywhere. So you know that this is really your personal smart cloud with AI built in. So yeah, when it comes to having storage, I think the most important part is efficiency, access, and just the amount of storage. And this really checks all of those boxes. This is a ton of storage. I have 10 terabytes here in a RAID 5 configuration. So this is gonna last me, multiple years with what I produce. It makes me efficient because I don't have to worry about where I am in order to access my data, and it is smart with the AI that's built in. So it kind of checks every single box. And if this is something you want to check out and learn more about or pick up for yourself, I'll leave links down below. In fact, for Black Friday until December 2nd, you can get 20% off over on ugreen.com or on Amazon if you purchase. So be sure to check that link in the description. But yeah, it's time that you upped your storage game because it really does change everything.